Chewy back? Oh, he's there, very good. Yeah, good. Alright, I thought I'd move like a good MC. Plus I can get in the camera, and I like to be on camera. Hello, everyone. Right, firstly, for the younger generation, you'll know this is a selfie board. So through the night, go and take a few photos, have a laugh, and post them to this, whatever it's called, a hashtag, I think. What's the hashtag, Karl?
Karl and Bianca's wedding.
Very imaginative, well done. Alright, so we've got a few, we're obviously on to the second biggest thing today. The thing that we've all been waiting for after the wedding. Actually, before I start, there's one room left tonight in the hotel. It's $300, but I've managed to negotiate it, and I get the commission. So for $400, you can stay the night. The only catch is, and the only problem is, it's next to Bianca and Karl, so you won't get much sleep. Right.
What did he say?
We're going to go speeches. Now, the best man here, he looks very nervous, doesn't he? Quite pale. All afternoon he's been at our house, and I'm not joking, he must have picked his speech up about 20 times. But he is really, apart from Bianca, he's the second most organised person here. He held, along with Gary, held a great stag weekend. So I'm really looking forward to his speech, and hopefully you are. We're going to put our hands together for Tay, best man.
Can everyone hear me? Seriously?
Yes, sir.
Alright.
Just underneath the bottom left, thanks.
I have to apologise in advance because the speech isn't funny, it doesn't have structure, and I don't really like public speaking, so I'm probably just going to read off my page. So a few simple laughs here and there would actually really help. My name is Tane, and I have the privilege of being Karl's best man today. However, I'd just like to defer from the typical best man speech and acknowledge those who unfortunately couldn't be here today due to COVID, as both Karl and Bianca have family living overseas. So with that in mind, over the past what feels like forever, I've been trying to convince these people, whom some I've never actually met in my life, and I am in fact by saying that I'm not out trying to steal their things. I've reached out to these family members to give them a chance to share something they would like to say, as they can't be in person. So here's the results. Joe and Lynn Wallace, I couldn't find them anywhere, they didn't find me. Sean and Edna Northey. Sean got so sidetracked by ensuring that I was going to create a train wreck out of Karl and Stag that he actually forgot to send me messages what he actually wanted to say. However, I'm sure it's something along the lines of have a day or best. Jeff Northey, he left me on scene. That didn't go very well. John and Alyssa, Ashley, sorry, Bianca's brother. They preferred a private message and not have me read it out, so they did that yesterday. And then at last, the wonderful Janet and Les, who actually hit me. Finally, this all wasn't a waste of time. However, it was a bit of pressure because they actually told me that they're going to be watching a live stream. Is that actually happening? Okay. So, Karl and Bianca. Sorry we aren't able to share this very special day with you, but we'd like to wish you every happiness in your future lives together. It's obvious to everyone the love you have for each other, and your lovely little family is a joy to be around. So have a wonderful day, cherish every moment as you now look forward to an exciting future together. All our love to Granny and Liz. Lastly, I'd just like to acknowledge Karl's grandmother, Gary's mother, who unfortunately can't be with us today due to her passing on the 3rd of June last year. The day before Karl's birthday. Both Karl and family, I'd like you to know that you can take pride in knowing that in a sense she is here with us tonight, as this candle is a representation of her being. Right. Conceived in Germany, born in Dover. He is more commonly known as Earl, Karl the German, and Custard. And funnily enough, if you were to have a look at Karl's Facebook page and Bianca's, I later found, they both still say single. Mum told me to start my speech by saying how beautiful the bride and her bridesmaids look tonight. And also acknowledge how lucky Karl is to have Bianca, and that Bianca's beauty tonight is making him a little bit more handsome than he actually is. Meanwhile, both Gary and my dad's instructions were to give Karl arseholes. Here we go. I first met Bianca and the children outside their house as Karl and I stood there waiting for darkness to fall so we could cut down some trees where no one could see. There's a whole story to go with that, but no one really needs that in their life. I'm sure I know, ask Karl. I was going to angle the speech towards the 21st speech, seeing as Karl's 21st consisted of an impromptu, cold and fizzy glass on my driveway of bourbon and cola that no one ever actually got to see. However, thought I'd better not, but I still wanted something, so there's 2 beers at the bar for you to go outside with later. I'm sure your dad will have a front row seat of that, because as some of you may be aware, Karl's version of sculling is rather leisurely. There comes a point in one's life where you meet your soulmate, your one true love, and the person you need. And that point came for Karl when he met me about 10 years ago. I was lucky enough to create a friendship with Karl years ago that him and I have managed to maintain over the years, and I consider myself very fortunate to have such a great friend like Karl, and to be further joined by Bianca and the kids is a true blessing. I met Karl at football, and then again at high school where he was in the more higher stream classes than myself. Which is probably a good thing to keep us separated. Karl, over the past years, I've had some questionable experiences with you. And I actually had another story in here about you, a small Japanese man, you and your jocks on the West Coast. That's what the boys know what I'm talking about. But however, by far my absolute best experience with you was on your stags do, so I had to scrap that story and do a wee highlights reel of the stags. There was all sorts. Dog's name's Catherine, Grandma's cool boy, 3 unknown piercings, tattoos, drinking piss on the rooftop, and then heading back to the pods of 12 feet. And to top it all off that, and to top it all, after all this, he still can't remember whether it was burgers or pizzas, or even if vacuuming the house was the trip. You don't ask me that. But while we were away, we did indeed see a family man away from home, a man who missed his kids, his wife, and even gave up an afternoon at a stag's do so he could spend it with his sister and cousin who turned 21 on the last day. That would cost $3. However, we did have a fine system on the stags, and one of the rules was those that do gay shit would be exposed. And Karl thinks he has a little secret that no one knows about. Well, Bianca knows. It's all out. Every night and every morning, Karl would sneak away to the bathrooms while everyone else was asleep. So he thought, to send wee love messages to his beloved Bianca. Yeah, you know. He did this so no one would see, and who knew what was attached to those messages? He thought no one knew, but there was a night that Karl can't remember, and he told me all about it. All about it. Anyway, Karl, he moved out of home, went flatting, got a dog, got another dog, went to Wellington and got a tattoo of roses that just looks like a whole bunch of cabbages on their own. Ended up brewing cars at Midway, worked at Nichols and put a truck through the garage door at Nichols, so then went to Mitre 10 where you met Bianca. Then you worked for a builder, worked for another builder, and then you worked for the builder you worked for now. It's fair to say you're pretty well rounded and worked at more places than a retired school teacher. But that's okay. A true test of someone's character is based upon their actions when no one is around or looking, or at least when they think that no one is looking. I can confidently say that Karl is a man of true character and pride. At 19, Karl took on a relationship with 2 children, and over the course of this relationship has made those children his own. And what lucky children they are to have such a caring, compassionate and loving father. He's not only done this because it's what he should do to keep Bianca around, or because it's a good look for him, it's because he truly loves them. I know this because firstly, he's told me, and also because someone who doesn't want a certain person around, or in this case, people, don't show the pride and effort he puts in. When asked why he does this, he just shrugs his shoulders and says, it's what you do. Don't think it doesn't go unnoticed, mate. DNA means nothing when it comes to family. It's about what you put in. Those kids love and adore you, and you've taken on a big task, and you're doing a great job. Bianca, you've taken on a tremendous task, and Karl, probably one of the biggest projects I've seen. All the best for whatever the future may hold for you guys. I'm really happy that you found each other. Hopefully you allow Ashley and I to continue being a part of your lives. We've enjoyed it so far, so hopefully we'll keep that going. So if we could all raise and stand a glass. Jesus Christ. We could all raise a glass for the new Mr. and Mrs. Norley. Cheers.
Well done, Tay. You've definitely passed. That was excellent speech. So we'll move on now to another nervous speaker, Danielle, who's going to also do a speech.
Hi everyone, so I'm Danielle. My speech is definitely not going to be that long, so very good though, very good. So yeah, like I said, I'm Danielle, the best friend. Bianca and I have been friends now for 17 years. I'm not very good at maths and had to double check that because it gave me quite a bit of fright. We've been through many different phases in our friendship. Beginning as 2 chubby, red-faced anti-twins who love nothing more than going to the half-pipe and rolling a golf ball to each other, eating honey soy chips, talking absolute shit for hours. Spending every weekend together, Lynette and Gordon quickly became my second parents. Pretty sure you guys gave the money knowing damn well she was going to be paying for my bus tickets and food when we were going to town for the day, so thank you, I appreciate that. I left school early, we lost touch for a couple of years. I refused to say we weren't friends. After my fair share of fallouts, I knew that it was temporary, and sure enough, we found our way back. Fast forward a bit, I then got to be the birth of both Eli and Chloe, both under very different circumstances, both showing your unmatchable determination and strength. I couldn't have been more proud of you then and of the mother you are now. I'm going to need all the help I can get when it's my turn, so it's a real positive. One of the best parts about Bianca and I's friendship is we never seem to lose the plot at the same time. One of us always has it together and is there to pick the other up when she's down. Although I do have to admit, Bianca has had to wipe my tears a lot more than I have hers. She's had to listen to my fair share of problems over and over again, and has supported me no matter what. She's the only friend I can be mad at, can't be mad at, sorry, even when I'm drinking. That says a lot. The friend who truly says how it is, who defends me when I'm not around, and who I trust with my most important decisions, like what alcohol I would want in a limo for her own hens. We know each other inside out. We've both changed in different ways, and yet see we're still growing together so well. Karl, thank you. Thank you for loving my girl how she deserves, for caring for Eli and Chloe like they are your own, for never giving me a single doubt that you were the one for her. Trust me, my big mouth would have told Bianca if you weren't boyfriend material. And after a previous experience, she would have listened. You are so much more, and I'm so happy it's you that she gets to spend her life with. Bianca, you are the best friend a girl could ever ask for. Look at us. Finally, both of us have our lives together at the same time. With the men of our dreams, living lives we would have never thought possible at many points of our lives. We fucking did it. Cheers.
Very good, Danielle. Excellent. Now we've got Bianca's dad, Gordy, who's going to come up and I think I've encouraged him to stand behind Bianca and Karl so we can capture him on film. So, Gordon, or Gordy.
On behalf of the family, and Lynette and I, we're very happy to congratulate Bianca and Karl on the commitment they've made to each other here today. Bianca is our youngest, and to say that we're proud of her would be somewhat of an understatement. Bianca came into this world against the odds due to a medical condition I'd had previously, but from the moment she arrived, she made it very clear she deserved to be here. Always a happy child, she cheered up many a glum person as her face lit up with that wonderful smile of hers. Her older sister Miranda learnt ballet and piano, but as Bianca was nearer to her brother Jono's age, she followed him onto the athletics track and the soccer field from the age of 5. She excelled in both these sports, representing Otago on many occasions, often playing in soccer teams where she was the only girl. She'd almost always come out on the wing side of the tackle, and this made her quite popular with the parents and grandparents, who'd often tell us they enjoyed watching her as much as their own kids. She also worked hard and did very well at school and university, so by the time she graduated she'd become a capable and tenacious young woman. Her friends and family here today are fully aware of her integrity and sense of fair play, which hasn't always been reciprocated back to her, but curveballs and foul tackles, she's never let those things define her. And she stood here today, beautiful and resilient, a wonderful daughter and mother to Eli and Chloe, and now wife to Karl. And when I first met Karl, Lynette asked me what my impressions were of him, and I remember saying, well, he was pretty quiet, but he looked me in the eye and was respectful, which is always a good start. And as time's gone on, we've found Karl to be quite a remarkable young man. I'm a bit nervous. He has a good sense of maturity. He's calm under pressure, which makes him reliable in tricky circumstances. He's obviously been brought up with the correct balance of discipline and love, which makes him a great dad to Eli and Chloe, and will be a great husband and friend to Bianca. Basically, from our perspective, he's a gentleman. And not only that, he's more of a man than a lot of his contemporaries out there in the world today. We're pretty proud and happy for both of them, and we know that they'll make a great team together. And so as Lynette and I celebrate 40 brilliant years of marriage this year, we wish the same for you guys and more.
She's getting me emotional. Thanks, Gordy, that's excellent. Okay, on to Karl's dad now, Gary, who'll come up and say a few words as well.
Hi everyone. Great words from you guys, thanks Gordy. It's really great to understand how you feel about Karl as well, so thank you. Yeah. So good evening everyone. Those that don't know me, my name's Gary. My beautiful wife in the tears over there. So we're Karl's mummy and daddy, and of course I'm the daddy. So welcome firstly to Bianca, to Eli, to Chloe, to our family, a family of huggers, I believe. And secondly, thanks to all you guys for being present today to celebrate this special occasion. And as Tane said, I also don't want to forget those who couldn't make it through travel restrictions or bereavements recently. And a good touch with a candle. Thank you for that. And I want to thank everyone behind the scenes who's made the memorable day such a special occasion. Lots of hard work has gone in with the table decorations, etc. So thanks to Karl and Bianca for the table decorations and the wishing well. And all looks stunning, and of course donations are well received. Thank you for that. Thanks to Lindsay and me for the other table decorations, the tables and things like that, and the additions to the flowers, etc. They all look stunning, so thanks Lindsay for that. Thanks to Cherie for the beautiful cake. I think it looks stunning, so thank you. A lot of hard work there. So, the bride and groom. For those that don't know Karl, and for those who don't want to know, he does have a loving and caring side, sensitive nature. He wrote a couple of poems at school, which were published in books. I'm not going to read one out. So one in particular was about me being away in the army, how much he missed me, and how much he was glad to see me come home. So it's obvious to us, it shows that same caring and loving nature to his new family. He's fallen in love with not only you, Bianca, but with Chloe and Eli. Where are they? They've gone. One's down there. So it's so we're so proud of you, Karl, for your attitude, your loyalty, your commitment, sacrifice and compromise, albeit a little bit annoying at times. So the first time we met Bianca was in a weekend in Wellington for Karl's birthday weekend, and it was a surprise to Lindsay as they come up. So after a few hours of talking and getting to know Bianca, Lindsay astounded me and said, "I really like her." So this is the first time she's ever said that, and not even said that about Ella. So credit where credit's due, Bianca. It's a testament to you, your openness, your passion, your personality, and you generally being a nice person. So we totally understand why Karl fell in love with you. So you both tick the try before you buy box. You live together. You live together, you're parents together, and you both can be commended for that. So there's obviously something there. So Lindsay and I didn't have that luxury, and we didn't live together until after we were married. And it was a trying time for us. We had our ups and downs, and it didn't look promising at the start. But we worked through it, through our commitment, through our passion, through our sacrifice, through our compromise, and through love, and all attributes that I mentioned about you, Karl, earlier on. So 25 years, not quite as good as 40, but we're still going strong. Plus they had to change a little bit. So I will say, Karl and Bianca, show your love for each other every day. It can be as little as a kiss before you leave the house, and a hug on your return. It's a little things that count. So wrapping up. So having never done the father of the groom speech before, and never been to a wedding that's had one, I had to Google what to say. And it says, if your speech has gone on too long, which it has, skip the joke. No? Okay. And move on. But it does say, be the last to leave and ensure everybody gets home safely. Okay, so tonight can go one of two ways. One, I'll be up on the stage at 3:30 giving it some boogie. Or two, 10 o'clock, I'll be tired and I'll be shooting you all out. So once again, Karl and Bianca, congratulations on your wedding. Very best for the future together as a family. And maybe a little brother sister for Chloe and Eli. So I would like to propose two toasts, please. One, as Tane said earlier on, for those that couldn't be with us. So toast to absent family and friends. And please be upstanding for the next toast. Karl and Bianca, the bride and groom. good evening, folks. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary. Another excellent speech. So that's 4 fantastic speeches, and we're now down to our final one, which Carl's looking all right. I'm feeling pretty confident. Hopefully Bianca is. There you go, Karl.
I just want to start off by thanking everyone for coming today. Me and Bianca really do appreciate it, and we love the support you've shown us, and it's come to this day, and we're looking to carry that on through our rest of our lives. The old man's kind of covered a few thank yous already, but I'm going to carry on and give a few more, and may double up on a couple, but here we go. Like I say, Bianca and I just want to take the time to thank you all for being here and celebrating with us today. We understand there are family and friends that couldn't be here because of the horrible situation overseas. They may not be here with us personally, but they're here in our hearts. We truly are thankful for the love and support we have received from family and friends, not just today, but also the last several months. So many have helped at various stages of planning to turn this into the beautiful day it has become. We would like to give special thanks to Gary and Lindsay, Annette and Gordon. Honestly, without you guys' kind contributions, this day wouldn't have been possible. We're proud of what you guys have helped accomplish today. We also appreciate the hours that you put into making and helping organise things to complete the day, and they haven't gone unnoticed. And we are proud that you are our parents. I want to thank Matt and Sharon. Matt also for being the MC for tonight, hosting us, entertaining the crowd as you do best. And I want to thank my auntie Sharon. You've been there helping Mum out, get her away, putting her through it. Much appreciated, thank you. Want to thank the bridal party today for being here and celebrating our special day. That your guys' support as friends and helping us get through this would have made it harder for us. First, I'd like to thank the bridesmaids for making sure Bianca got the limo today and made her walk down the aisle. Speaking of limo, me and Bianca would like to give a special thanks to you, Martin. I know the girls appreciated that on the end tonight, and obviously to you for the limo tonight as well. Thank you. You're welcome. I'd like to give a special thank you to Sheree. You put some countless hours and long hard hours into the kitchen and making the beautiful cake we have up here today. Look forward to tasting it. I'm sure it wouldn't be too bad. Thank you. Like to thank Simone here. She's taking beautiful photos for us tonight and getting amongst us all, trying to make some memories for us to have for our future and keep with us. Also just like to give the staff here in the event, well none of them's around, but yeah, just sitting up in here, making it the lovely room that it is for us to enjoy tonight. And last but not least, I'd like to thank my new and amazing wife, Bianca. You've truly done an amazing job in organising and setting out our special day. I know I've been slack in helping you out, but the stress you went through has truly paid off, and I'm proud of you. This is certainly a special day for Bianca and I hope the support that you've shown us will continue as we start a new chapter in our lives. We're definitely committed to staying brave for the long haul, and we'll absolutely appreciate to have you all by our sides going into the future. Please enjoy the rest of the evening, drinking and socialising. Again, thank you so much for being here today. It means more to both of us than I could ever express. And I'm sorry if I've missed anyone to say thank you to, but if I have, your help and generosity is very appreciated. Thank you.
the cake, and of course the last most important thing of the day is the first dance. So I'll sort of introduce that with the song, in maybe about 20 minutes or so, and then we're into a party. Thank you.
Hero call you in.
Taxi driver.